For this year's open house video, I thought I would kind of take you guys on a tour of a day in the life of a student in Mrs. Hackney's English 1 classroom. So let's begin. So as they enter the room, I first sanitize them. I'm usually standing right here at the door, give them a little pump of that. They love me. And then as they continue on, they see the daily agenda on the board. On the first thing on the agenda, as is every day, is 10 minutes of IR. IR stands for independent reading. This is where the students do get complete choice over what they read as long as it is age appropriate. So they do get choices for that. I do have a classroom library. Here in front of us is a little rack of incoming classroom library books I've picked up at book sales, etc. And then I'm going to spin you around to my classroom library. So these are all books that I brought in to aid them in selecting a book. And you can see they have labels on them. I do have them organized by genre. And then up here is kind of a legend or code showing them which color each book is. And then on each book, there is a color that coordinates. So that is a system for my library. Since this year is a little bit different in many ways, another thing I've devised is a book quarantine bin, which is at the front of the room. Anytime a book leaves my library, it will go into that bin so that we're not worried about spreading germs. So another thing that's new this year is our classroom binders. I really try to help them get set up with their organization by having a binder. Normally they would keep that with them in their locker or book bag, but since our students don't have binders this year, we devised this system so that the binders stay in the classroom and students don't have to worry about carrying them around because they are carrying everything in their backpacks this year. This is just kind of our system to help with that. So that's usually on the agenda as well. And then after we do reading and binders, then we just have the layout for the day. And then I always put on the board the today you will need so that they can get those out and be ready to go, and then the homework. So this is our daily agenda setup and kind of how we run through the day. Going back to those book projects that are coming up, the quarterly book projects, students do have 6 options of what they would like to choose to demonstrate their knowledge of their book. I like the ability for them to kind of pick what's best for them as well as what's best for their book. So these are the 6 options, and I can't wait to see their products at the end of the quarter. In terms of who is in the classroom, this is a picture of myself in the cowboy regalia with Dr. Bremer. This was during an FFA assembly a year or so ago. And then we also have with us this year Miss McAvoy from Wesleyan. She'll be with us till November, so that's been great for the students to get to know her. In terms of my life, this is my world right here. These are my people and my dog. So it's my husband, Will, my older son, Gabe, who is 15, and my younger son, Dexter, who is 4. He will be starting pre-K soon. And fun fact, we actually just bought a house in Hayworth, and so we will be maybe a neighbor of some of you all soon. On to contact. The easiest, quickest way to get a hold of me is through email. I'm able to quickly respond throughout the day, and that is an efficient way to get a hold of me. Another service that I use is called Remind. Remind is a free service that uses either text message, app, or email. We're able to exchange messages without exchanging phone numbers, but it's very easy, and I use it for both parents and students. And I'm able to send out an announcement which goes to everyone, but if you respond to that announcement, it does only come to me, and that is able to be used without exchanging personal phone numbers. And then the final way to be in the loop for parents is Google Classroom Guardian. All you have to do is ask any teacher who uses Google Classroom to input your email, and I'll show you what it looks like once you are in the system. So you just have to sign up, and then you will get either daily or weekly emails from Google Classroom This will cover all of their classes, not just mine, and you get anything that's missing and not turned in, and you also get upcoming due dates. So I think that's a really good way to kind of stay in the loop. You see what's going on in your students' classes, and you can kind of talk to them and maybe nudge them if needed. So that's the main info that I wanted to give you today. In terms of other things in the class other than independent reading, our class is speech and writing focused. So we do have our first main graded speech October 6th, 7th, and 8th. So your student will have that or has already had that. So thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you soon. Always reach out if you need any assistance with your student or need any clarification on anything at all. So thanks for coming in. Bye.